Intuitive, back with another intuitive message. I know it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you at a dope beat. Step two. 11 significant on the time already. Going live at 11:11. Alignment is going to be a huge part of this message today. Give me just 1 second. I'm about to get ready to post my information up for like love offerings. Give me a second. This is gonna be a good one, y'all. This is a very intentional message. Um, this is a very intentional message because Spirit just gave it to me like, hey, look, this is what we about to get into. This is what we about to do. So, okay, ask your questions. I love doing intuitive chat, y'all. I love this with y'all. Or I got a neighbor outside. I got a neighbor outside. They had big truck syndrome, so ignore him, y'all. Okay. Okay, Asher. Comments. Yes, ask your questions in the comments. Hey, peace. Peace. I'm looking forward to getting started because when I tell you Spirit on my body all day, I was thinking about, oh well, like I'll go live tomorrow. Spirit was like today. Okay? Today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, today. Mm-hmm. Today. We're gonna do it today. Mm-hmm. And this message is about presence. So Spirit was like, yeah, you're gonna have to show on up for the peoples. You're gonna have to show on up for the peoples. Don't be half stepping. Okay. I'm almost done, y'all. What time would I be on if it wasn't color time? You know? What time would what other time could I be on if it wasn't color people time? You know? Okay, let's see if we got it. Hold on. So just to be queer. Oh, okay. You know, shout out to the queer, shout out to the queer folk. You know what I'm saying? People that identify as queer. You know, obviously, somebody in here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's gonna come in. You know, this message is gonna be for you. So, first of all, happy birthday to me. So my birthday was Thursday the 7th, and y'all know that because I posted about it. If you don't, you know now. But this has been I celebrate the whole month of May for my birthday, but this has been my birthday weekend, and then I've spent it in a lot of solitude, but like in the most positive way. I enjoyed it, have enjoyed it, continue to enjoy it. And even like being in crowds and being in the presence of people, I still just feel like in my own peaceful energy, on intentional energy. So yeah, I'm cool. So this is how intuitive chats work. This is my chance to hone my intuitive skills with you guys and also to give back to my community. And just sometimes people have questions. Getting a reading may not always be in your budget. It may be something that you've never done that you're scared to do. So this is a way for me to build my community and to also serve you all. So this is literally one of my favorite things to do as far as like going live and doing intuitive chat. So I'm super excited. The one ask that I give you is to please invite at least one person in, if not more. You know, like you never know. Like, and sometimes people may not want to ask questions publicly or in front of people or put it in the chat, but they may want to reach out to me later. Okay. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm the real deal, holy feel, but I'm not going to have to prove that to you by saying it because you're going to see. So that's that. So yeah. Um, I'll chat a little bit about like how my birthday weekend has been since while I wait on people to get in here. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Welcome to come. I text people, y'all. Okay, trying to get it together. Okay, so um, just put your questions in the chat. I just heard like somebody's gonna see this later and reach out to me. I don't know why I'm feeling the energy, but I'm feeling it. Spiritual communication. Somebody's gonna have an experience where you have a spiritual experience, like your ancestors or somebody to come will come to you in like a dream or something like that. You gonna get scared. You gonna call me because I'm the expert here. Okay, you know what I'm saying? At least I'm the expert of listening to my spirit team and sharing with you what they have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert on your journey. I'm not an expert in your discernment, but I'm damn sure expert at what I do that can help you clarify. You know what I'm saying? You see how we work together. See how we co-workers. Yeah, we do that. We do that. We do that. So yes, first and foremost, even if you're not prepared to give questions, shout out to me where you're from. Like, where are you at? Like, you can be sarcastic and be like on the toilet. You can say Chicago. Like, where you at? Where you from? Um, you know what I'm saying? You from below the Mason Dixon line. You from Europe. You know what I'm saying? Where you from? And I'm gonna shuffle and kind of see what the starting energies of tonight is. What energies? What energies? What's your favorite color? Just tell me something about yourself that you're willing to share. Spirit. What energies are we starting off with tonight? You know what I'm saying? I definitely know that the number 1111 is very significant alignment. And I'm seeing 1111 go this way, like four ones in a row going vertically, because you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, get information. That's what it's giving. Okay, this is the energy for tonight. Creates. Let's see. It says you're being asked to connect with your creative side in order to in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. Yeah. All right, so let's get started with this message. Let me tell you what I heard from Spirit. I wrote it down so that I could be clear, right? And I'm gonna tell you kind of like where this sparked from. I've been having these series of series of like I'm just going through my day and it's like it almost slows down and I get kind of this stepping outside of my body perspective of the situation I'm in and how my presence and placement impact the desires of my heart or me getting what I want. You understand what I'm saying? And I was pulling into a parking space earlier and Spirit just highlighted like in every place that you put yourself in, be careful of be careful in your intention. Be careful, make sure that it's intentional because where you find yourself, I'm hearing right now, is where you will be, right? Like if you are not intentional or aware of where you're putting yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, with your thoughts, then you may find yourself having to work your way out of a place that you don't even know how you got there because you weren't conscientious about making a choice about where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm hearing right now is do it on purpose. Do it on purpose. Make sure whatever you're doing it on purpose with intention. So that's what's been coming to me. And what I heard specifically was this, and I quote, presence and placement is key. Patience is required to discern how to navigate both. That's what I heard. And then when I went to turn my music on, when I went to turn my music on, the very first song that I heard when I got ready to start this reading was Love TKO by Teddy Pendergrass. First of all, it's one of my favorite songs. I don't have a lot of favorite songs because songs are just good, right? But it's one of my favorite songs. And in my opinion, of course, you know, it's about a love and a relationship, but it also speaks to life because you take technical knockouts, you take getting knocked down so many times, but again, you fall in love with, I'm hearing your creativity. You find a way to fall in love again and you start over. But I think the important part of this message, I know that the important part of this message is, mm, don't fall in love and then later try to figure out how you got here. Be intentional about stepping into love so that you are confident and you know why you are where you are, because you chose it. It was purposeful. You understand? You get the vibe of what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, and it's what it is. So that's that. That's the vibe of the message today is um presence and placement. You know what I'm saying? Patience in that process. You know? Purposefulness. Okay, let's see what's coming out. Lighten Up is coming out, and it says you're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard times happening, especially right now, in the year of the 10. No, it's not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, have fun. It's important that you do so. This is being connected to your creativity, your solar plexus chakra, your childlike energy. um Spirit, make it clear to me how this relates to presence and placement being key. Mm. Okay, focus is the next card that come out. That came out. Let me tell you, and I keep catching myself speaking specifically in like black southern slang. That's gonna be significant in a minute. I don't know why, but over. I keep speaking correctly with black southern slang. You understand? That's gonna be, I think the ancestors are ancestry. But with focus being the card that came out after create and lighten up, and me saying, okay, Spirit, how does this connect to presence and placement being key? Here's what I hear. The true desires of your heart, which is at the core, your child, the desires of your child's heart are going to be what you focus on, and they're essentially going to be where you are present mentally and emotionally, and where you choose to place yourself. So you need to really be in tune with the root of what it is that you are creating in the physical world, but even on a deeper level, what place are you creating it from? If there's something that you're seeing showing up in your life that you 13 significant on the time that you are not agreeing with, then as within so without, as above so below. It's it's coming from you being in the practice of feeling, thinking, believing something that you really do not want for your life. So the solar plexus chakra is really important here. Like some of you, some of us, choice coming out on the bottom of the deck. I'll get to that in a minute. Some of you, some of us really need to get into that bag of joy. Like you really got to get into what brings you joy again. You're going through the motions. You're going through the motions, but you're not living. I'm hearing this ain't living. No, maybe wanna holler, throw up both my hands, and it's really so much speaking to the political climate of today and how that's impacting people and how that song is so relevant all these years later by Marvin Gaye. And so much of what's going on in the world is weighing down on your creativity, is weighing down on our creativities, is weighing down on us and not allowing us to be light and operate in that childlike joy. It's not allowing us to really focus. But choice came out. Now here's where this gets significant. It's your choice of what to focus on. It's your choice of what to focus on. It's your choice of where you choose to be present at. It's your choice of where you choose to place yourself, because it's a lot of bullshit. And I'm seeing like, somebody in a pair of boots or a pair of flip flops, and they're walking in an area where there's animals openly defecate. You may be on a farm, or you know what I'm saying. I'm seeing a parking lot for whatever reason, but I'm seeing somebody essentially stepped in caca, stepped in poop, and it's like, be watchful, look down and see where you putting your feet, because we're living in a time where it's so much, I hear, deception and so much false narratives and alternative facts and so much bullshit everywhere that it's easy to misstep. It's easy to step in shit, but you have a choice to get to looking, to focus on the right thing so you don't do that. And even if even in your focus, if you're focused on the right path, if you're paying attention to where you're placing your feet and your energies and what you're consuming, even if and you will consume things that you don't agree with, that don't align with you, you don't digest them. If you go ahead and step in shit and you don't know that you stepped in shit, you carry that around all day trying to figure out what the fuck that smell is. But if you watching where the fuck you going, you know immediately, and you get to getting that shit the fuck up off your shoe. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we living in a time where it's shit every motherfucking where. You're not gonna avoid it, but you don't have to be it. You don't have to be in it. You don't have to ingest it. You don't have to digest it. You are in this world, but not of this world. You understand what I'm saying? Spirit didn't come to play tonight. Spirit didn't come to play tonight. I'm telling you, when I tell you it's a choice. When I tell you it's a choice. When I tell you that spirit didn't come to play tonight. Hey, you all. For everybody that's speaking to me, hello. Spirit didn't come to play tonight. Because I'm here to save you. You've been praying about, you've been wishing about, you've been envisioning a savior. And the savior is the message that I'm giving you right now, if it's meant for you and you choose to receive it. Prestar atención. Prestar atención. It means to, in Spanish, to pay attention. No, I say prestar atención. That's prestas atención. That means you pay attention. Pay attention. That's your salvation. It's the God in you. It's the higher self. It's that aerial view looking down for you. It's gonna be the, and I'm hearing, keep on looking now for me. Said every time I look back and every time I think back, you always had your own back, baby. Whole time you was looking for a savior. And it's okay. A lot of us go through a lot of things where the child in us wishes that somebody showed up for us. The adult in the situation, the past adult, the previous version of us wishes that somebody showed up for us. That's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up about that part. But what Spirit is saying is, I'm handing you specifically the tools to be able to make sure nobody else got you fucked up. I'm giving you the tools so nobody else don't have to come get you. Yes, I will send people. Yes, there will be places, things and circumstances that will cover, protect you, and step in. You know what I'm saying? People. But in the meantime and in the between time, you're going to spend most of your time with yourself. So here are the tools, beloved, in the words of a young Levan Zan. 1818, significant on the time. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of you have been looking and praying. Somebody step in, something step in, God step in. This is a step in. The step in is watch where you motherfucking stepping. Because it's a shit riddled ground that we walk on, that we live in, that we breathe in, that we exist in. But baby, that ain't got to be for you. That ain't got to be for you. Just because it's on you, just because it's near you, just because it's around you, don't mean it's for you, baby. Everything ain't for everybody. Understand me? Jump in, come in. Coming out. You got to put 2 feet in. You got to put, this a little bit of shift in the message right here. I hear you got to put both feet. It's 10 toes down. It's 10 toes on it. It's 10 toes on what it is that you desire to create. You got to be fully present and fully place yourself into where it is that you feel like you deserve to be. Why would you make the choice to be fully present? Why would you want something and think you only halfway deserve it, and then also think you're going to get it? I'm hearing Spirit say very clearly right now, you tripping. Somebody, grandma, granddaddy, kin people from below the Mason-Dixon line is so interesting, because I just made a post about, Southern wisdom and ancestral downloads, but people from the below the Mason-Dixon line is coming to let you know, like, you ain't come from a lineage of indecisiveness and motherfuckers that stay down because they was down. Nipsey Hussle said, "We never let a hard time humble us. We double up," and that's what is very much given. And somebody's ancestors here is here to let you know. I'm hearing very clearly. We is here to let you know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't come from a giver upper ass stock. You ain't come from that. You ain't come from that. You came from stand 10 toes down on it. So for some of you, you've been living life very passively, thinking that you were supposed to go high when they go low. Whole time, your whole lineage of ancestors been putting motherfuckers down to the ground to go meet their maker since day one, A1. You ain't come from the protester side, baby. You came from the Knight Rider side. And if you do your research, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. We had them uncles and aunts that put on them church shoes and crossed bridges. And we had them uncles and them aunts that stood on 10 with them shotguns. Yeah, you came from a shotgun lineage, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Give coming out. You gave them exactly what I'm hearing you, your ancestors, y'all are all connected. You gave them exactly what the fuck they was asking for. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you from. Abundance also came out. Abundance came out when I was speaking about having true belief and standing 10 toes on what it is that you want to create. That's going to bring about what you desire. Yeah, you see gold there. And so we talking about money, but in today's society, what is currency really? Currency is really your knowledge. Yeah. We about to get right back into the bartering system because they got shit so high. We ain't going to be able to buy nothing. We're going to have to exchange knowledge, wisdom, your skill for my skill. Get into it. 22 significant here. Change. Yeah, I just got through saying. And this is on multiple levels. I just got through saying money ain't finna be shit. Change is changing. The way we spend money is changing. The way we receive money is changing. What it looks like change. But it's gonna take a change of mind in order for you to survive. Because if you're trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, when that motherfucking shit is no longer possible, it's gonna be difficult for you to get in the mindset of exchanging the innate skills that you have been given for something else, because you're gonna be constantly be looking to get $1 so you can get what you need. Whole time your neighbor is sitting right next to you with what you need. Your neighbor got the apples and you got the baskets. You know what I'm saying? Take your motherfucking ass over there and get you a basket of apples and leave them a basket. You understand what I'm saying? You better get in the change of mind. Love TKO. And have a change of mind. All of a sudden you have a change of mind. You thought you would never be in love again. All of a sudden you see it again. You recognize it again. Here you are back again. For somebody, you thought you was always going to be broke. No, that change coming in. That change coming right on in. But you have to be able to look at differently. Your relationship with money is changing. Just as the relationship, just as what money looks like and what money is in our bartering system and our exchange system. Understand that the definition of money is in a system of exchange. Just our systems of exchange are changing. It's a different frequency now. It is of different value now. Release coming out. Yeah, you're going to have to release, just like I just said. You're going to have to release what it is you thought made sense. It says you're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama. This is the first step to achieving that. Yeah. And I need to connect these things because I'm saying that your relationship with money, your relationship with currency and exchange and the bartering system, but this is not just with money in order to receive physical goods or services. This is also about, I'm seeing a family dynamic, and I'm seeing the way you exchange and interact with people as well. You got to have a change of mind. You've been thinking and operating in such a toxic way that you think that that's the only way. We be thinking, pot to kettle. We be thinking that that's the only way to interact with people, and that keeps us oftentimes from having positive and productive interactions that we need to have with people. We overlooking interactions that bring us in, that bring us the basket, that bring us the bushels of apples, because we looking like, damn, every time I fuck with a basket I come up short. Now you fucking with the wrong baskets, because once again, where you choose to put your presence and where you choose to place yourself is not coming from the right intentions inside of you, whether it be conscious, unconscious, or subconscious. It's not coming from the place of what you truly desire. It may just be coming from the place of what you truly feel you deserve, or what you're truly used to. And what you feel like you deserve is not always what you desire. You may desire to be loved, but because of your experiences in life, you only feel like you deserve to be mistreated. You gotta align. I'm gonna tell you clearly what I hear right now. Spirit says you gotta align your desires. You gotta align your desires with what you truly deserve. Let me say it a different way. You have to adjust what you feel you deserve to align with your true desires. Not just what you think you want, but what you truly know you want, what your spirit is telling you you want and need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Miracles. Miracles came right came out in the upside down position, and I'm going to explain this for two different directions. Miracles is just coming out because this progression that you are on, and Spirit wants me to tell somebody's you're on the right track. Stop beating yourself up, because I said progression and then somebody got the feeling like, well, that's not me, that don't apply to me, I'm not progressing. Shut it down. Yes it does. Yes it does. Okay, secondly, miracles came out in the upside down position because, back to what I was just saying, some of you do not believe that you have, that you truly desire these miracles in this progression, and you halting yourself up. I need what you feel you deserve to start to line up with your desires. I'm hearing somebody ask, how do you do that? Spirit, allow me clarity on how to answer that question. I got it quick and I got it fast. Before I even flip this card over, I'm gonna tell you what came to my mind. Hold on one second. I'm gonna tell you what came to my mind. Hold on. What came to my mind was loving yourself. Hello, how are you, Dorleen? Okay, back to what I was saying. How do you align your true desire, what you feel you deserve, with your true heart's desires? Ask for help came out. That's interesting. Let's get into that. I got another set of cards I want to get into. It says, you're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do just that. Some of you need talk therapy or other therapeutic methods as well when it comes to ask for help. Some of you need to go within in your spiritual relationship when it comes to ask for help. Some of you need to get in the motherfucking mirror and have a conversation with yourself and talk that motherfucking shit and talk that talk like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm heavy on the mirror work, because when I said, how do you align what you feel you deserve with desires, and I heard love, and I was drawn to my love deck. Love is a practice. Love is active. It's not just a feeling. You got to act on it. Faith without works is dead, as we often raised to believe. You got to act on it. You got to actively love yourself. Todos los días, which means every day. Every day you got to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that is how you align what you feel you deserve or what you actually truly desire and the true desires of your heart. Express your love came out. Boom, bada. I just said this. It's important to let people know that you love them. You have nothing to lose. The people is you. Them is you. The rest of the people will fall the fuck up in line. Okay? Twin flame. It says, let me see. I don't think they came into focus. Twin flame. It says, this person is, okay, not my light cutting off. What's that about? Hold on. All right. I'm gonna get back in spirit what that's about in a minute. It says this person is your mirror soul. This is why the connection feels so sacred to you. We just talking about doing mirror work. You are the love of your life, darling. I'm hearing ain't no way to deny that. So you might as well have a good relationship. You can have a toxic relationship just with yourself. We oftentimes think about having a toxic relationship with others. You can have a toxic relationship with yourself easily, peasily, lemon squeezily. Okay. So it's time, if you need to change that, to change that. If you need to improve an already healthy relationship, it's time to do that too. It says difficulties is coming out. Jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. With the twin flame coming out before that, it talks about the duality. This is talking about the duality within self, where you could fight yourself to love yourself sometimes, because you're hearing other people's voices, particularly from childhood, about who you are, or even into adulthood, maybe toxic relationships. But the other side of it, you got people in your energy that are jealous of your progression, because they're not willing to do that mirror work, and they doubling down on bullshit. You got ideas, you got creativities, you know what I'm saying, that you want to share with the world, and they shitting on your stuff. So you need to get them motherfuckers out of the mirror with you, because what's happening is you're taking them into the mirror with you. When you go into the mirror, you're taking their voice into the mirror with you, and you hearing that motherfucking bullshit that's not yours to really hear. Yeah. So when you go to create what you desire, when you do your mirror work, I need it to be you and only you in the mirror. Don't take nobody with you. Don't take nobody with you, even the part of yourself that's talking shit to yourself. I have literally been in the mirror before and picked apart my body and went to walk out of the restroom like it wasn't shit, and really had to tell myself, like, hold on, ho. Back to the mirror. Because who the fuck was you talking to? Because I was so used to talking negatively to myself that I had those thoughts. My presence and my placement was on tearing myself down. I had those thoughts so easily that it took me a minute to know I had just talked shit to myself and walked the fuck off like I wasn't gonna do shit about it. Yeah, I have to check that. You got to check that. That's why I say you have to actively love yourself. You got to check in on that every single day, every single time. It says free yourself. This is popping out. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. Okay, Spirit, what is that about? Okay, I'm hearing that this is connected to the ask for help card. Asking for help requires a certain level of vulnerability that you're not going to be in control of. If you really want the help, you're going to have to let that shit go. And that's just that. That's what I need to say about that. But yeah, presence and placement is key. Patience is necessary. Let's see what it was. Patience is required to discern how to navigate both. I'm envisioning somebody driving a car from the 1900s, the ones we see in old movies with the big wheels and stuff like that. You had to be very knowledgeable on how to operate that type of vehicle so that you could navigate it down the road. Spirit, make my words clear. Here's what Spirit has to say about that. Your knowledge is, I'm hearing, tied up in what you pay attention to. Your knowledge is tied up in what you pay attention to. Boom. What card just came out? Expansion. Here is the message. This part of the message. Your knowledge is tied into what you pay attention to. You need to expand what you pay attention to. You need to expand what you pay attention to. I'm hearing you're focusing on the minimal. Make it bigger. Think big, bitch. Y'all remember that? Yeah, it's on to think big, bitch. Expand in order to expand. I know that sounds crazy. Simplistic, but it's for real. I'm a little parched, darling. I hear now, earlier my light went out. Spirit is saying that's why your light keeps going out. That's why your light keep going out. because you're trying to light a fire that requires more space to blaze, to flame, and you snuffing it out with your small thinking. You know how you take the little thing that puts the flame out and you put it over the flame? You're snuffing it out. You're snuffing it out because you're involving yourself in circles, in groups, in situations, in thought processes that don't allow you to expand, that don't allow your full presence to exist, that don't allow you to truly place yourself where you belong. So the flame cannot fully be ignited, let alone stay lit. Create is the very first thing that came out. You're not being able to create the life that you desire. You're not being able to create the friend group that you desire. You're not being able to have the family dynamic that you desire. I'm hearing for somebody, the kids you desire. You're having trouble getting pregnant because you around the wrong motherfucker. Maybe because you're trying to get pregnant by the wrong motherfucker. I need you to get some space for your flame, baby. I need you to get some space for your flame. Create the space. But just like with raw land, you got to have enough land to build upon. You got to have enough space. But this space we're talking about is intuitive space, spiritual space. Clean out the baggage, release, so that you can make the space that you need. Placement is key. Presence and placement is key. Patience is required to navigate both. Spirit, what else do you have for my sensual community today? Receive. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what else I need to say because the cards are carding. Okay? Spirit is talking. It says receive. You're being asked to open up to receiving universal gifts. These could be in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, universal wisdom. Know that you are worthy of these gifts and open up to them. I just got through saying that you needed to release in order to receive. Did I not say that? Do I need to roll that beautiful beam footage back? Or did I just say that? Yeah. And that's just spirit confirming. You trying to figure out what the fuck going on. What is the stagnant energy in your life? You in the wrong place, baby. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong energy, wrong situation. Snuffing out your flame, snuffing out your light. You can't breathe. You're choked out. You're suffocating. You're having anxiety attacks. You on medications. You doing all the blurpees in the world. You can't lose the gut area because you're stressed. You're doing everything but letting your light motherfucking shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. You're going to have to stand 10 toes on that shit. You're going to have to stand 10 toes on making sure that your shit do not get snuffed out. And the only way you can make sure that your shit does not get snuffed out, and to stand 10 toes on it is if you get out of an environment. Put your 10 toes on solid ground somewhere where your light can really shine. That's where you need to put them 10 toes at. You don't need to stand 10 toes on the necks of motherfuckers that's constantly bringing you down. Fuck them. Put them 10 toes somewhere else. And I know you're scared, baby. It's a scary thing. We scared. I'm scared. But do you want to live? All that survival mode that you have acquired throughout your life, it's time to put it into full gear, baby. Except for this time, you're doing it back to the beginning of the message. You're being present and placing yourself. Your placement is with purpose and intention. Have faith. Coming out. You got this. You got this. You got this. You can do it. You got it, baby. Good Lord Almighty. Is this a sermon or not? Next card coming out. Let it go. Ooh, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Spirit wants you to let this shit that's not working for you go so damn bad. Somebody angsty. He wants you to let that shit go so bad. You need to get it. He don't wanna love you the right way. He ain't gonna. It ain't where it said, it's where he Wanna be. And I have gotten that song come through so many times this year. Whatever the he is for you, person, place, thing, or idea, let it go. Fresh start coming out right behind Let It Go. As soon as you let this shit go, it's a fresh start. Your toes is already on the grass. You just don't know. I'm hearing for whatever reason I'm hearing wheat grass and weight grass. That might be specific to a region or somewhere that you need to move, or somewhere that you currently are and you need to leave from. But as soon as you let this shit go, as soon as the bird fly the coop, baby, your fresh start is waiting right there for you to put them 10 toes down exactly where they need to be. Let me tell you something. I told y'all this message tonight wasn't gonna be no motherfucking joke, and it's not. It has not been for me to give, and it has not been um for you to receive. I know it hasn't, because I feel the energy exchange between me and y'all. All right, we're gonna pull another card, and this card is confirmation of the message, and then we're gonna pull an affirmation, action card. Like, okay, what's the next step for the sensual spirit? This is a confirmation of the message card. Let's see what comes out. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Why are all those flipped backwards? Okay. Let's see. What's the confirmation of the message this evening? You know what I'm saying? Because I hit a two beat my own arm, but have I missed yet? You know, let me know in the comments if I missed yet. Because you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hitting all targets over here. You know what I'm saying? If this is what I does and this is what I do, then and furthermore, this is who I am. That's how I know I don't miss. Because baby, my presence and my placements, in the words of the prophetess Gorilla, it's all there. It's all there. That's why I don't try to convince people that I'm the real deal when it comes to this, because I was born this. I was born like this. I've been in this bag since a baby, okay? Okay. All right, let's see. Spirit, what is the clarifying message for this message for you intuitives today? Ali, one clear card, one clear message, baby. No confusion, because God is not the author of confusion. You understand what I'm saying? All right, the moon card is coming out. Let's read. Let's read how this clarifies. The moon card, 18. 1 and 8 equals 9. Birth and rebirth. Fresh start, baby. All right. The plant is Datura, and it says, a large crystal bowl filled with water sits on a dark velvet cloth. 8 Datura flowers surround the bowl. They unfold from a compact bud into the open form of chalice. One white flower spins in the bowl as moonbeams hit the water. Intuitive awakening awakes. Datura has a long history of magic and lore, with witches and cunning folk. The potent seeds and flowers have been used by experienced practitioners to induce alternative states of consciousness. Remember, I talked about a change of mind, alternative states of consciousness. Your consciousness is elevating, expanding. We talked about this. Turn towards mystery with curiosity and courage. The mystery of something new, the mystery of your fresh starts. We know it's a little scary, but go into it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little dark. But your intuition and your knowing and your expansion is the bright light, is the white parts. Okay. It says your dreams may be vivid, your creativities, and easy to remember, but also scary and confusing. Your forward movement may be a little scary and confusing. The Datura is a toxic plant whose ingestion can quickly lead to a number of permanent damaging effects. So if you get stuck and you don't continue to go full bloom and expand, it's toxic for you, baby. You got to know how to use it. You got to know where to be present and how to place it. It's key. Understand me. It says, learn to speak the language of symbol, myth, and metaphor. As Datura blooms with the moonlight, so is now the time to stay awake and witness the magic that dwells in the darkness. Embrace the power of vibrational medicine. You feel like you in the darkness because you don't know this new place that your tens are going on, this fresh start. But like I said before, It's time to have faith. It's time to let it go. Because as soon as, just as the order of these cards came out, you let it go, is when the fresh start comes, is when the new moon comes, is when the light comes out of the darkness, is when the 18, 8 plus 1 equaling 9, birth and rebirth, is when your rebirth begins, is when you're prepared to receive the abundance that comes from your obedience to your creativity, to you being purposeful about where you show up at, where you're present at, and where you choose to place your energies. Ashe? Ashe. Yeah. Yeah. I like this for us. I love this for us. Okay, Spirit, we need one clarifying card of action. Just giving the sensuals a action item, an affirmation on action and moving forward in this energy. What we got? If you guys would like to leave a love offering for this readings or any other readings that you have seen of mine, or a birthday gift, my Cash App is posted below. It's also in the link in my bio. I literally hate saying it. It's so cliche, but it is. So no pressure. Intuitive chat is always just an intuitive conversation between me and my sensual community and new sensuals coming in. But if you would like to show your girl some love, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. you know? It's a bad witch's birthday, baby. Okay. All right. Let me tell you what card is coming out. It's right on the top. It says just one more piece. Puzzle piece here. Start a puzzle today. Challenge your mind and use this time to be present in the moment. Do I need to say something else? 5 people present, 5 likes, 5 is the number of change. Do I need to say something else? Because what have we talked about this entire reading? Being present and intentional about placements. I asked for an action item. What I need, it says start a puzzle today. What that translates as is start being intentional about your presence and placement today. It's key. And patience is required to navigate both. That is it. That is all. I can't say no more because everything has been said. I have been the vessel. I have been obedient. I have delivered it. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, all that information will be attached to this live once I post it, as well as that is in the link in my bio. Please follow me. Please send this to a friend that you think needs to hear it, or that you feel led, or just send it to a friend. You know what I'm saying? I affirm that this message lands with who it should. 4747 is significant. I'm about to look up that number. I affirm that this message lands with who it should, exactly how it should, exactly when it should. You got this, babe. You got this. You know what I'm saying? The moon card coming out. You coming up out of the shade. So don't you fight it. So don't you fight it. I love you.